Hi friends, it's Amy at Doki Doki Forest. I'm so glad that you are here. Today is hashtag Thrifty Thursday, which is a hashtag created by Sheree over at Turquoise Dreaming. I will have her information down below. Today I'm going to show you a few different things. We have some books from book sales, from the Dollar Tree, from Five Below, and yeah, and then there's one board game. So let's dive right into it, and I'm going to begin with this book here because there is a little bit of a story behind it. So I was out and looking around at the thrift stores, and I saw this gorgeous book. It was a green hardback, and it had a cardinal on the spine, and it was a bird book, and I said, oh my gosh, that's gorgeous. It's gorgeous just looking at it from the outside. It would look beautiful on a shelf with some like pine sprays or pine cones, something wintry because of the cardinal and the colors of the book. And then I was flipping through it, and I thought, this looks familiar. I can't remember. Is this a book that I have already? So I didn't buy it. I got home, and I took a picture of the title. So I got home, and then I went and looked at my little pile of books that I've picked up over the past few months from book sales and secondhand stores and that sort of thing. And I found this book. And I thought, well, that's the same title. Hold on. Let's take this book jacket off. And lo and behold, oh, and the cardinal's not on the spine. It's right there on the cover. And here is the book that I almost bought a second time. Because I didn't even realize this beautiful cover was hiding underneath this jacket. Now, I do like this, but to be honest, I actually just love this so much more. And this is a book I am pretty sure I had in my house growing up. I believe my father had a copy of this book. But even then, I don't know if I ever saw the natural cover like this, the hardcover. I think it always had this because I remember this cover. This I don't. So yeah, it you know, sometimes you got to be careful when you go out because you can, especially if you're looking at bird books and vintage bird books, and after a while they can start to look kind of similar, or you're like, do I have this one already? So check your books. But isn't this just stunning? I love this cardinal. And nothing on the back, but still I love the two-tone here. And I just think this book is stunning. And I haven't been able to find our original. I went and looked in a book bin that I have that has some older books from growing up, and I didn't see this book in there, so I don't know what happened to it. And it's actually quite possible that my father has the copy on his shelf in his house, so I'll have to ask him. So this is Song and Garden Birds of North America by Alexander Wetmore. And this was prepared by National Geographic Book Service. And it's just loaded with these beautiful pictures, 554 illustrations, 508 in full color. And there's all different chapters by different authors. And here's some bird watchers. And this is copyright 1964. And I won't flip through the whole thing. Oh my gosh. That first page is a little rough, guys. We got a snake, so watch out. But yeah, so you can see it's a combination of both beautiful illustrations as well as the actual photographs. This is a red-winged blackbird flock. I love hearing them. And this is just absolutely beautiful. A brown thrasher. And I love the pictures, both of the birds, and I also like, there's a couple pictures in here with people that just, it's just so vintage and beautiful. So look at this, the anatomy of a bird, and you've got this detail on the bird feather. So this book I will not be harvesting. I won't be making a journal out of it or anything like that. Look how beautiful this is, showing the bluebird in flight. If I find a second copy of this, then perhaps, because I just think this is so beautiful. But, like if I find my original book, then maybe I would do something with this. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I trust myself to take this apart. This book is just so Beautiful. All the eggs. So, and it's chock full. Hummingbirds, woodpeckers, jackhammers of the forest. Oh my gosh, this bird landed right in his hat. That's amazing. We've got swallows here. So it is really beautiful. And the books, the pictures are vintagey, of course. You can tell they've got a little bit of that graininess to them, but I love that look. Waxwings, they're gorgeous. Beautiful pines with warblers. Finches. Beautiful goldfinches. So yeah, this is beautiful. And I just thought that was too funny. I almost bought it a second time. And we're going to go right into some more vintage books. I picked up this set of books, all by the same author, Marguerite d'Angeli, or Angeli. Marguerite d'Angeli. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And there was a series of 4 of them all together, and this was in the secondhand bookstore. So this is Petite Suzanne, Ellen's America. This one is Bright April, beautiful bird. And the last one here is Skippack School, or maybe it's Skippack, Skippack. So I have never heard of this author or these books before, but I saw this cover and I fell in love. So I just bought all of them because it's one of those things, I don't know if I'm going to see this again. And these are pre-loved. Somebody enjoyed them and had a little scribble. They were starting a little junk journal. And this book is from 1941. And it looks like they're ex-library books, perhaps. Oh yeah, here's someone practicing their writing and their handwriting. This is copyright 1937 there. But I love the combination of the black and white illustrations as well as these gorgeous full color ones. And these I'm going to read. These I will not be tearing up or doing anything of the sort with because, yeah, these are just really precious. I love adding books like this to the bookshelf. So we'll just flip through because I do have 4 of them. Looks like we have some kind of a boat here that crashed, perhaps. And, yeah, I'll let you know. Doesn't this guy kind of look like Chris Pratt? Just a little bit. So yeah, lovely illustrations. I don't know anything about the story. But like, look at her with her cat. I love this. So we won't flip through all of them because that might take a long time. But I'll flip through another one. So that's Petite Suzanne. Ellen's America. We'll just go through quick. Again, these were all from the same person who enjoyed them. And it looks like there's a whole series of books by this author. If you're interested either in reading or in getting the pictures for journaling. This one says 1941, first edition. Love this. Beautiful picture here. Very cozy pictures. Oh, I just saw the house elf. Never fear, he had said. The Tom Tegube, the house elf, will be there in America too. He's the real spirit of the house and will be there before you are. He is so old, that little Tom Tay, that he knows his way about the world. He has all the keys to the doors before they are built. But if you don't do what is right, he will play tricks on you. If you don't treat him well and keep him happy, he will not stay. The animals must be well cared for, and the stable clean and neat. The house must be orderly and the hearth well swept. There must be no quarreling, mind. If you children quarrel, the Tomte will be angry and will go away. And what is a house without a tomte? I do need to learn more about the tomte. I don't know much. If anyone knows much, I saw this series of books on Amazon that I really wanted to get. They look really cute. I will see if I can find a picture and put it in here. And I know there are a lot of legends about the tomte from Scandinavia, and I do want to familiarize myself more with this very famous character. So I don't know if there's actually a tomte, and I don't know if I'm saying tomte right, so I apologize. T-O-M-T-E. So feel free to correct me. Oh, maybe that's them right there. And a beautiful picture here. And some more decorating from the previous owner. Oh yeah, it looks like this little guy's hanging out there in the letters of the first word of each chapter. But, I mean, the illustrations are beautiful. Let me just peek real quick at this one, this Bright April one. I love the bird and the branches here on the cover. Oh, look at this. What does that say there? It has a name. It says December 25th, maybe that's 1946? I hope Virginia loved these stories. This is amazing. This makes me want to paint. I don't ever paint anything like this, but I would love to have this open on my desk and use it for inspiration and try to paint something kind of similar. Just to challenge myself, because I really don't paint buildings. Now I'm hoping this one, oh yes, look at this. Oh, this little girl named April. Look at the border here with the birds and the flowers. My birthday's in April, so I was really hoping that this would be a beautiful spring book with birds and animals. This might be the one I read first. Oh, copyright 1946, first edition. So yeah, maybe that date in the front was 1946. And again, I don't know anything about the story. Beautiful. That looks very wintry to me. They've got the nice fire roaring. Look at this cozy scene. We've got a piano and a fire, some books. It's my kind of place. Oh, here's some birds, some pigeons. So I'm very excited to read these. Oh, beautiful. They are in the woods. Setting the table here. Yeah, so I'm hoping the stories are just as beautiful as the illustrations. Again, I don't know anything about these. The German town and Skipak? I still don't know. Being the story of Eli Schroeder and of one Christopher Dock, schoolmaster, about the year 1750. 1939. And again, beautiful. And let's see if we can find. Is that Ben Franklin? What's the schoolmaster? Doesn't it look like Ben Franklin though? So those were the 4 books I found there, and yeah, looking forward to those. Next up, I will show you what I picked up at the Dollar Tree. Just a couple quick things here. I picked up these 2 books. So first I got The Festival at Sugar Ridge, and this I've already started cutting into. I got this on purpose to cut up and use in Happy Mail or journaling. I just thought the colors were cute. You could have little fairies living here in these little houses. And I also thought they'd be great for the colors glue book because there's so many different things you could cut out. Nice purple cupcake there, pink cupcake house there. See, I started cutting things out, but even just these illustrations are just adorable. So this I totally got to cut up. I just thought these illustrations were really cute. And this one was for the Colors glue book, Learning Colors sticker book. But I mean, I just saw that it was colors and I thought, well, perfect. I can go ahead and use these perhaps if I have like a little space here and there. You know, put a couple of these red strawberries. So I thought these stickers might be cute just to take up some space, or I could even cut out the little green turtles there. Or the strawberries, so you can either have sticker or paper. Got some nice purple here, can cut out the moon and the stars. Nice rainbow, the cute little clouds. And colors. So that's another quick one, but you know, just little books, inexpensive, and those for me are very easy to cut up because there's no history there or anything. They're just, yeah, made to be, especially this one, just made to be used, made to be enjoyed. Next up, I was at Five Below, where everything is $5 or less, and I picked up two things. I picked up this little book of mushrooms, and I just thought this was very cute. I can't resist books with mushrooms, and this just teaches you all about them, and it has these illustrations. Beefsteak fungus. Bluet. See, it's just very informational. I don't know what that caterpillar fungus. Oh, that is weird. Some weird stuff in here I've never seen before. Cat's tongue. So I like that there were illustrations. I have some other mushroom books. Oh, Chicken of the Woods, that I do see. I have some other mushroom books that are all like, you know, actual photographs. So I like having these illustrations. Some of them are definitely weird. Oh, Dead Man's Fingers. Okay, those 100% look like fingers. Okay, now I have to look at an actual photograph to see. Is that actually what they look like? They're named quite appropriately then. A lot of deadly mushrooms out there. Oh, and we have devil's fingers. We've got a lot of fingers. So yeah, this was a little $5 book, and I thought that was worth it. The original price is $17.99. So at Five Below, you can find a lot of good things that are cheaper even than buying them on Amazon. And the other thing I found there was this Care Bears calendar with these vintage-looking pictures. So I know sometimes you see some Care Bears items and they have like a modernized version of the Care Bears, but I love that this one is like the old-fashioned, traditional Care Bears that we grew up with. And I only bought one. Now I'm kind of wishing I got two. I might have to go by and see if they still have these. Probably not. So let's open this. And we'll have just a little peek at the Care Bears inside. So cute. I love the colors. It's always so bright and happy and cheery. Sorry about the shine. I'm trying to figure out how to put that. We have January, February, March, April, May, June, July. These are so adorable. They're very large too. Like these, that picture's huge. So I'm going to have a pretty large size journal. August, September, October. How cute. Good thing they all have their 4-leaf clovers in those balloons because they're floating pretty high. It's a trust exercise. November and December. This is how I feel today. It's cold outside. I've got a little cold. That's all I want to do. So that is that calendar. They had some other ones too, but this was the must buy for me. I just can't wait to use this in my journal. The journal I need to make. I haven't made it yet. And the last item was a free item at the library, and it is this, Reminiscing, the game for people over 30 and the younger people they let play. And this is remembering the years 1939 to 1989. And this came out in the 90s, I think. Let's see. If I turn it over, it says 1989, copyright 1989, and then renewed again in 1993. So this is like a Trivial Pursuit sort of game. And I didn't even really look inside. Well, I looked inside, I saw one thing, and then I just took it. Because I don't care if it's complete or not. I was 100% thinking of using this for journaling. Because I looked inside and I saw this 80s book. And I was like, oh, this is fantastic. This is going to be loaded with all kinds of questions about the 80s. And I thought this will help me remember things I want to write about. You know, I can just open up and find a page and it has a question in there. And you have to try to answer it. So ready? I'll give you one from the 80s. So the way this works is I ask you a question, and then if you can get it right away, you get full points. But every time I have to give you a hint, you lose a point. Until at the end, you know, I think you can get 1 point. So ready? Back in 1989, the latest cartoon series was based on... So if you get that, then you get 5 points. Now I'll give you another hint. They were made in Japan, and you would get 4 points if you get that. Now if I give you another hint, they were both plumbers. Then you would get 3 points. For 2 points, professional wrestler Lou Albano appeared live. And for 1 point, have you ever been hooked on a video game? And the answer is Nintendo's Super Mario Brothers. That's awesome. So there's all questions like that for the 80s. And then what is this? Reminiscing. This must be the rules. Oh, tell a story from your past that has something to do with... Oh, this is so cool. Having gas. Life's hardships, stupidity, a flat tire, a mistake, a bicycle, naughty language, eggs. Oh, this is fun. This could be a whole journaling thing in itself. And then we have the 70s, the 60s, the 50s, and the 40s. So how cool is this? All questions from different decades. Here, I'll ask you one from the 70s now, okay? Okay. Here we go, for full 5 points. Back in 1970, the so-called replacement for the peace symbol was the... Okay, so hold on to your answer. I'll give you another hint for 4 points. They showed up on everything, from t-shirts to toilet seats. And for 3 points, the buttons were everywhere. For 2 points, they were supposed to make you smile. And for 1 point, what is the nicest thing anyone ever did to cheer you up? And the answer is smiley face. Okay, I'm going to do one more from the 60s. And then I can do more in another video, or I could just randomly do them. Maybe it'll be my Thrifty Thursday thing. I can ask you a question from a decade. And, you know, maybe not. We'll see. But I think it's pretty fun. Now, actually, that I'm doing this, I'm thinking that I don't want to harvest this at all. I want to use these for questions. And I actually want to play this game. Even though I'm going to totally stink at probably 40s, 50s, 60s, and most of the 70s. But I'll be okay on the 80s, I think. So I could at least do that. But how fun would this be? Look at this. Loss of memory. Lose a turn. Hold on. Let me take this out and then we'll do a question from the 60s. So let's take out this board here. Does it come out? Oh, maybe it's not supposed to come out. Is it? I don't know. It looks like it's actually supposed to just stay in here. So I'll just give you a little glimpse. So it looks like you go around the board. You land on here. Double bonus. Player's choice. And, yeah, just one loss of memory. So that's good. So cute. I guess there's not a whole lot. I thought there might be something underneath this, but it's just this. So let's go to our 60s book and let's ask a question. And let's see how you do. Okay, ready? For 5 points. Back in 1968, it cost 18 cents for a... For 4 points, the price was raised from 15 cents. For 3 points, over 1 billion were sold. For 2 points, pickles and ketchup were no extra charge. And for 1 point, what was the fastest meal you ever ate? The answer is McDonald's hamburger. So that is super fun. I thought I was just grabbing this to, you know, harvest and maybe cut up the questions or just use the questions. And now I realize that I am definitely going to just leave it and play the game and, you know, use these as prompts. I think that would be really fun. And it looks to be pretty complete. I mean, it has the pegs, it has the dice. So it's in pretty good shape. So I think this one's going to go on the games shelf because this would just be so much fun. So that's it for my Thrifty Thursday this week. I hope you enjoyed seeing some of these little odds and ends that I picked up while out and about. And I do have some kind of fairy and dragon books that I'm thinking of sharing next week if I can stay on schedule. So that will be up next. And I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you again soon.